Hello, my name is Jonathan Dupuy, and welcome to my presentation on how to build a home. So what do we need to do? Well, first, you need to acquire your proper legal documentation in the form of permits. These permits can be a number of things, like a plumbing permit, an electrical permit, or a residential permit. Once you've done this, you need to build a solid foundation and frame for your home. And once you have the frame up, you can start to build out the interior of home, install doors, put up drywall, add insulation and essential systems, things like this. And then you can start to add your finishing touches, like what flooring you want, what you want your baseboards and crown molding to look like, light fixtures, things like that. Whatever you want, really. So first, you acquire your legal documentation. Now, to get your permit, and I have an example here, you need to go to the CORS website for the Tennessee Department of Commerce and Insurance. CORS stands for Comprehensive Online Regulatory and Enforcement System. That's what it looks like. So, for your permits, you just print this out on a sheet of paper, and that is what it looks like. This here, as you can see, is an electrical permit, and you're going to need to give them some of your personal information when you apply for this, and that personal information includes your street number, your zip code, your address and phone number. And as you can see right here, it would have the permit owner's name and their phone number right there. You'll also need to tell them some site information, like what kind of home you're building. In this case, it's a single-family home. You also need to give them the site's location, what address you're planning on building at. And lastly, you'll have to estimate the costs of building. That helps determine the cost of the permit you seek to buy. So once you've done that, you need to level the area that you're going to build on and remove any large debris like large rocks or trees. This is so your house remains stable. And then you need to pour concrete for footings and for the foundation. Now, the footing is what goes underneath your foundation. As you can see right here, that right there is the foundation, and the footing is here. And the footing is to help keep your home from sinking into the ground. So once the concrete for that has been cured, you set about waterproofing the concrete, and if you choose to have a septic tank or a well installed, this is when you would do it. That's the basic plumbing right there. Once all of this has been done, there will be an inspection of the foundation to make sure it is up to code. And then once that inspection, it has a passed inspection, you can move on to building the rough framework of your home. Now this right here is called the skeleton. That is the floor, the walls, and the roof systems. Once you build this, you need to apply sheathing to the outside of the framework. And this sheathing can be plywood or oriented strand board. We actually have an example of it right here. And then you will install windows and exterior doors. This is to seal the home. And to help seal the home, you're going to install house wrap. Now this house wrap protects the wood inside your home from rot and mold while you are building. And it does this by allowing moisture to escape, but not allowing moisture to enter the home. After this, you're going to need to start to employ essential systems into your home. First, you're going to want to put in plumbing. This will be like the sewer lines, the water supply, and you can also put in your bathtub and shower units at this point. Because those are pretty heavy and large, it's easier to install them now while the house is still relatively empty rather than later. After this, you install your HVAC. HVAC stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. You install the ductwork and everything related to that. And then you will start to install your electrical systems. You set up the receptacles for outlets, the receptacles for light switches, and for light fixtures. And if you have these things, you will also set up the wiring for phones, cable TV, and music systems. And this does need to be done in order because it is a lot easier to install electrical systems around plumbing and ductwork than it is the other way around. After those have been installed, you put in your insulation. The insulation helps climate control your home. It also helps you save money by reducing energy usage. And insulation will most commonly be made out of fiberglass, cellulose, or foam. Once all your essential systems are in place, you can actually start to customize your home. Yay! You start hang and tape your drywall and put on a primer coat of paint. And then you put in your interior doors and add exterior finishing, which can be brick, stone, or siding usually. And that's stone siding right there and regular siding here. And you continue with your interior design. You can install your baseboards. The baseboard protect the joint between your wall and your floor. And then you add your door casings. Door casings are not the same thing as a door frame. A door casing is a lot more like your crown molding or your baseboard than it is an actual door frame. It's a decorative piece. It doesn't actually hold it up. Speaking of decorative pieces, you would add decorative pieces at this stage. And those would look like your windowsills like I have right here, or your crown molding like you've got up here. It can also be balusters for your stairs. It can be really anything you want to your home. And then once you've got all your decorative pieces in, you add a final coat of paint or wallpaper if you choose to do that. Now we move on to your finishing touches. You got to put down your flooring. It could be hardwood, laminate tile, anything like that, and install your countertops for your kitchen or in your bathrooms. And you add your light fixtures, your switches, and your outlets into the receptacles that you installed earlier, and you finish up your fuse box doing that. Speaking of finishing up, you also finish up your plumbing system here. Put in your sinks, your toilets, and your faucets. You would also install mirrors and shower doors into your bathroom. Please don't put carpeting in your bathroom, but you can put carpeting elsewhere in your home except the kitchen. Excuse me. After you're done on the inside of your home, you move outside and you work on the exterior gradient of your home, of your yard rather. And this exterior gradient is there to ensure proper drainage of your home when it rains. And it also helps with landscaping. Now, landscaping is there to beautify your home, but it also can have a function. If you would like extra security, you can install a large hedge that will block out anyone from looking at your home. And once all of this has been done, you go through your final cleanup process, remove any construction materials that may still be left behind, and you do a final walkthrough. Now, if you have a contractor working on your home, there's more to it than just checking for corrections. If during installation of, say, the countertops, they bumped into a wall and damaged it, this would be the time to catch that and fix it. Or change anything you want before you finalize the contract. This is also the time where you would become familiar with the operations of your home, and it will be the time when your contractor makes you aware of the responsibilities for the upkeep of your home. So, to build a new home, you need to acquire your legal documentation in the form of a permit. It could be electrical, plumbing, or residential. And then, once you are legally good to go, you can build your strong foundation on a level playing field and the frame of your home. Then you install your essential systems like plumbing, HVAC, electrical systems, and your insulation. Then you start to build your interior, your drywall, your paint your house, install baseboards, anything like that. And you add your finishing touches. Put in the flooring that you would like to have. Install your mirrors, everything that you would need in a home. And you do a final walkthrough with your contractor to make sure everything is good to go, nothing is damaged, and to understand the responsibilities of having a new home. So hopefully you enjoy your new home. Thank you for watching.